Okay, so now we are ready to attach the head to the body. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 35mm doll joint for an 18-inch doll. And instead of putting this into the head, I'm actually going to put it into the body because it provides more stability for some reason. It could be because this piece that I'm inserting is smaller around than this washer. I'm not sure what it is. So what you want to do is you want to push your doll joint up into the neck and get it really nice and flush and get it pushed all the way like that, really tightly. Do this with the torso not stuffed. Mine is stuffed partially, but so we're going to have it just like this, and then you're going to look at your head, and here's our mouth. We're going to flip it over, and this little curved piece right here, there's a hole right there. So we're going to reach in to the head, and we're going to feed that post into that hole just like this. So now the post is inside of our head, and you want to do this before you stuff any the head or the torso all the way, because you really need to get in there and make sure that it's snapped all the way. So now you're going to take a flat disc washer, and one side is rounded and the other side is sharp, like a sharp edge and a rounded edge. You want to put the rounded edge facing down, like towards the body. So I'm going to reach in and put this on here like so. I'm going to stretch this fabric so I don't have any excess fabric in there. Alright, and then I'm going to take my locking disc and I'm going to put it on the post and snap it. And now I'm just going to use both hands and push really hard, you know, making sure that there's no pieces of fabric that are stuck in there. You just want to snap it as hard and as tightly as possible so that it's snapped all the way. Okay, so now that's snapped all the way. So now what we can do is we can finish stuffing our torso. And as you're stuffing, you really want to stuff the neck very firmly, because this is supporting your head. And we're also going to stuff the head very firmly. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so let's get started stuffing. So you're just going to reach in here, and I'm using Angel Silk fluff stuffing, and you want to make sure that you are stuffing the chin, because we have a little pointed chin on there, and she's losing some of her stuffing here. So I'm going to stuff the head first, and then I'm going to stuff the neck. I'm not going to put any glass beads in her head because her head's going to be plenty heavy enough for what she's intended for, and because that neck is going to be supporting that head. So we're just going to stuff this doll's head until it's 12-inch circumference from the nape of the neck to the forehead. So not the circumference this way so much as it is like she would be wearing a headband or a hat. So just start stuffing. Use your stick and get down in the chin really good. This is an important part. And right now the doll's head looks small, but it's not going to when we get it all filled up. Just keep pushing your stuffing down because we really want to get into that chin. And you are shaping your doll, not just stuffing it. So you need to make sure that you take your time with this part. It's just as important as any other part of making your doll. Alright, let's check her again. See how the shape of her head is coming. Looks like she needs more, and that chin is not very tight. Okay, it's bound to get a little misshapen as you're stuffing. But just keep adding polyfill. Very important we get this head very firm. Really make sure you stuff down here around this doll joint. It needs that support. Okay, I'm gonna actually go ahead and start stuffing her her torso more, so I can start making sure that that neck is attached very well. You don't want to sew anything up until you're completely done stuffing while you're learning to make this doll, so you can kind of get an idea of how everything fits together when it's stuffed. Okay, all right, she's looking head is very well supported. We're going to keep stuffing this head, and I'm actually going to check the diameter of her head and see what size it is, and then we'll get her stitched shut and cleaned up.